Hey guys, what's up here? This is Cool Titanium 68, and welcome back to a new YouTube video. Okay, I've personally been waiting for this, and I don't know if any of you other people have been waiting for this, but City Skylines has finally come out for the Xbox One edition. I have personally been waiting for this because first off, it was $40 to buy off of the internet. And second, I don't have Steam, so I couldn't get that downloaded for free and just put mods on there. It came out 2 days ago when this video was made. I personally love it. There are some other people who love it. As you can see in this title, I'm gonna review it for you guys. So I've been playing for the past 2 days. I'm pretty good at it. If I can try and give it to you this summer, I would. It's just I probably need to go buy some materials for it. But I will try. So, let's talk about what I think it is. I would give it probably somewhere around a 4 out of 5. Some of you would kind of agree, some of you would kind of disagree. I think a lot of you would probably disagree and be like, how? City Skylines is such a great game. I played it on the PC and it's so awesome. And then some of you put on the Xbox, so like, yeah, I kind of agree. Maybe it might have been a bit lower, like probably like a 3.9, 3.8. And here are the reasons. Number one, when I was like for any City Skylines game, you're allowed to zoom in on to the screen. Well, the usual game is supposed to run at about 30 frames per second, which is a standard for every console game. Yeah, once it gets in there, it goes down to like 20, so that's kind of not really good. That's one of the main things that I'm kind of like, okay. Number two, first off, that whole function bar at the bottom, it is like, it's really good. And I thought there should have been some more things to it. Like, maybe you could have added where we could find the natural resources, because some people might not know what's ore or what's oil or what, like, of course people will know what trees look like, but you just need to find some stuff that maybe you could see what the raw materials look like. Another thing, and I personally think that they should do this, they need to put on some mods. City Skylines for the PC, if you get it on Steam, you can download a bunch of mods. I would personally like that if they did it. It'd bring your game to a whole new level. And then, also, I kind of get this, but, I kind of get this, and some of you probably be like, why the heck can't you speed up time? You actually read some of the reviews. The reason is because of limitations on hardware for the Xbox One. And I get it. The Xbox One, yeah, it's a great console, but that's 4 years old. You gotta make something else, which is where Project Scorpio is coming in. What I think they should do is, first off, when it comes up with the Project Scorpio, they need to do like a humongous patch. There are some things that you can do and some things you can't. Like, I don't know what you can't do. But I'm gonna say this again. It's one of the best city simulator games you can buy. I'm gonna say this. I'm hooked to it. I've played mostly the entire day today. Like, mainly just expanding. Because I had the money, I got all the stuff in. I was actually supposed to ref today, but I got a call at like probably 9 o'clock saying that our games were canceled. So I'm like, okay. Which, for where I live, there's a soccer complex nearby called Carpenter Park, and that's where I was supposed to ref. Oh man, it takes probably like a couple. It'll take a couple of days before the entire what you call it, like if it rains like really hard that night, oh, it's gonna take a couple of days for it to dry up. So that's probably why, because it rained like Friday night, but it's still wet. That's how bad the irrigation would probably be. Now, if I was at somewhere like, I don't know, Toyota, oh, you'd be playing the next day. And I mean, my sister was supposed to was actually having a soccer game like Saturday. Yeah, she had to skip that because first off, she was going to first off, it was down at like the other end of the other end of Dallas, where I live up in Northwest Plano. That's like very close. That's like right at the border of Frisco, and I think Louisville. I don't know, but I know Frisco for sure is at the north end of 121. That thing is at like south of I-20. Oh, wait, no, I think it was I-30. I mean, it's far away. It's probably about an hour to get there. So yeah, I worked on that. I mean, if I would say, if I were to say, how long, or if you're like, oh please, how long would you say would be to take, maybe to, like, do well? Well, my first thing is, it depends. I mean, when you start off, you can do either limited money, unlimited milestones that are unlocked, or you could do both, or you can do neither. If you're gonna do neither, you're gonna you're gonna be waiting a long time, probably a couple of weeks. It'll probably take like several weeks to do that. I mean, I've been working on that for, including Friday. This is the third day. I'm already at over 40,000 people. That, to me, that's a lot of people. I mean, I've seen like people on City Skylines have like 1 million people. I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, oh my god! And I was even hooked onto it. Like, my parents went to the grocery store after we came home, and all of a sudden, like, everybody's sick. There's a whole bunch of dead people, and there's a lot of abandoned places, and my thing went down to like 10,000 people. I'm like, oh god, I don't know how to do this. So then what I do is I quickly like build up a uh, hospital complex and all this stuff. And then I'm like, okay, I could kind of settle down, because most of the time I was mainly focusing on like the power grid. And like, okay, I gotta make sure that everybody's getting power, because it was kind of confusing at one point. Then once I got to something like the once I got something like the solar panels, I was like, oh god, thank you, because now I can get like probably 2,000 watts in a day, actually per hour. It's a lot to produce. And then also they come out with incineration plants. I mean, the incineration plants, that's basically taking your garbage, and instead of putting it in a landfill, I think they burn it to make electricity for your city, which is personally good, because there's also another way to do it other than uh, the solar panels, nuclear power plants, oil power plants, coal power plants, and windmills. Oh, and hydropower plants, which are basically dams that make lots of power. That's basically what a hydro plant is, and I like it. I mean, there are like, again, I'm gonna wrap this up so that I don't make it like a bit too long. I think that City Skylines has gone off to a great start. I mean, for the Xbox One, it's gonna do well, and What do I think they should do? I mean, right now they just need to focus on, hey, is this doing well? Is it not? Then, probably after a couple of weeks, coming with a patch that could probably fix some things, maybe add some things. I mean, right now I'm personally can't wait to. So I'm so right now I'm probably missing like a lot of the stuff. Like we've got train lines, we've got bus lines, metro lines, planes, taxis. I'm missing like a whole bunch of that, and I've got like metro lines open. I just haven't done it because there's a lot of stuff you've got to do. So yeah, hope you guys like this video, and I know wasn't more of like a review. It was kind of more of a more of like a talk thing about my city, and I'll probably do a second video about like right after this video is uploaded. I should have another video about this about my city. So, thing is, I personally can't show you any pictures of it. I probably could. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. All right, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys later. Peace.